on the word. We got Wednesday afternoon. Excuse me. This is a test run for TikTok. We're gonna run a lot of things out of here going fast. Most people should be in the know, if not in place. We're gonna talk about changing and keeping up, and what we should change too if we want to keep up. Right now, there's a sector of people who are not engaged at all, and you have to wonder where they're gonna go from here because there's gonna be no, excuse me. There are arrangements being made to replace what would be considered undesirable. If you look at the way that the system has shown and the people have complained about repeatedly of the same treatment for the people all over the world that are really of color. For some reason, this color causes or draws or attracts pain from people for no reason at all other than they've been conditioned to. But there are people who do know why the darker skinned brother is hated globally, why there is no fair trade for him nowhere. He overpays and undergets almost everything, if not everything. Life would definitely be better without the added chaos. And there is no school, no treatment right now that I'm aware of that can focus on what was created and what we do about it. Many people have confirmed things are out of hand, but I watched them grow, and many of us knew when it was getting out of hand. But I'll tell you where the line had to be set. I told some people, but it was a year ago, we dedicated a time period about now we're all on the same level. We're all starting over together. And that was for the reason I said that without explanation, I would give you something to think about. When the timelines started to mingle together, when the adults started to share the kids, the adult situation in front of the kids with the kids, and the kids were allowed to participate in the adult situation, no matter how intelligent they were, it that was it. Because now you have a baby AI, if we use metaphors, that the kids were the first AI. As this AI, they compare it to kid, and that it learns what you feed it, and it grows off of what you feed it, and it mixes all the information that you give it to make a decision about even you. It gathers from information. It is what should have been a spirituality, a spiritual innate nature to do, and that is to make the best judgment with the best information that you have. But now it's on a compound state. It's on it's fed a lot of things to decide from. It's fed a lot of things to make decisions with, but it has been held back with bringing down the nonsense to where they could take out emotions and opinions and feelings, well, the emotions, things that are not associated with the truth, uh, facts, uh, the getting the best out of a project, making the most out of that which you have control over, foreseeing different things. It's a lot that we have lost in the transition of intelligence because the information, the knowledge was given so fast and readily, and maybe that was the first time ever that, well, of course not. It's one of the times that knowledge was given and was not withheld, but it was given with on a experimental. Let's see what happens. Does that sound familiar? The same thing what they're doing right now with AI. They have done. It's not. They have programmed it with world information from all over the world. They have not yet let it. Well, they're tinkering with letting it explore the now times and I letting it allow it to go on to the internet in the present time. Most of the LLMs I've dealt with, that's large language models, uh, so far, they say they have a starting date or a manufacture date or production date of 2021, I think, but not that far off. And so they are lacking in the now situations, which is kind of like saying again, uh, we choose information we want to give to get information, but we don't tell all the facts. And and in order to cripple an experiment, you don't give all the facts. If you want to see the project work at its maximum capacity, as we spoke in the top of the conversation, getting the most out of what it's for. If you have an AI, I call them hyper computerized intelligence, uh, compounded with all the information that certain people wanted to have, that's the problem. And the situation where they're getting to, in order to get the best and the most out of it, they must program it with now time and they must give it the facts to make the proper decision. Now, you see, therein lies the problem. For so long, incorrect decisions have been made either by misinformation, disinformation, hidden information, wrong information. But when you program a model and you give it every angle that's ever been thought of, which is easy to download, it's not like I talking with you. They can do this in the time that we've already spent together. They've already downloaded everything in the world at once. All computers can see the same. Unlike you and I, it takes us a while to spread the word, no matter how tragic or how happy. Uh, there's a lot going on. Spiritual world, changing world, prophecy. I think we talked about the kids. If we want to start a cleanup here, this is the time for all information to be explored, revealed, and used, hopefully. So, as a fixture for someone, plant a seed. One of the issues you have to tackle going forward if you want to get the best out of what you're doing is those children and the parents of the children now who grew up smarter than the people before them. Well, exposed to a lot of things earlier, but never experienced it. Uh, the knowledge we were given created a different type of people or thinking or time period that was not yet to come. I'm running low on a battery, so I may run into a stop here. I'm gonna go. We got 19 minutes, 9 minutes, I believe, into it. Okay, we're gonna stop here and review it, and you tell me what you think. Give me some rebuttal. Give me some thoughts. Let's start some talking about knowledge and how now we move forward with it because it's exposed and we grew up with it. And there's nothing wrong with having a very intelligent child, but you don't let that child pretend or participate in being an adult. It's just a smart child. And then when you have a smart child participate in adult situations, then other adults want to approach that child as a grown person because you're dropping the veil. There is a reason in science, there's a reason in nature that there is a stage of what is it, materializing, and we have upset everything in the act of, we know, of exploration, experiment. We're nothing but lab rats. Uh, Someone is always higher creating something to see what would happen if they did it. They're not. They haven't even perfected the natural yet. They upset the natural with the imagination. I think somewhere in some holy book it speaks of that, saying that for all your life and all your heart, wherever you would have bad in that imagination, nothing you think will be good. Yeah, anyway, we're going to talk about knowledge, how to handle it, how to approach it now. But going forward, a lot of things been revealed. We're in the age of Aquarius, and that means a lot. Even if you just look at the definition, you would get the mindset of where you're going to be talking about and what's connected to all this, like a web, more than this World Wide Web. This is a universal web, and so we shall see what we shall see. And I made it without the battery running out. We're gonna close for now. Get back with you. Hello, TikTok. This is Dr. E, 2024, signing off.